as I wrote in the Atlantis book, there is been a very, very many decades, many centuries, many millennium ritual going on. It's part of the way they think. They don't think of themselves as evil, by the way. They created us so they can destroy us anytime they want. There was a need for the masses, to till the land and conquer the world at the time when resources were limited, because in my Atlantis book, I explained why they needed all of these minerals and ores. They had to rebuild technology. It's a long story. But in order to do that, you need your worker ants. The worker ants are just worker ants, though. You can get rid of them anytime you want after everything's been assembled and most of the infrastructure has been built, right? That's what's been going on since the 15th century, 16th century. But like in the Atlantis DVD, which was produced came out in '06, but it took years of work before that. I point out the Genentechs, people can watch the last hour of the Atlantis video DVD. It's on Unslaved. It'll be reminded of how much I warned that your Louis Pasteur's and your what the hell is the name of the guy? It's so horrible a being, I can't even remember his name, right? The ones who created the vaccinations originally. So these people were up to mass genocide. It was mentioned then. And it's something that I tried to advise the world upon at that time. Your Jenner, who made the vaccines, right, and all of that. So ritual death is hugely part of it, and as are many other things, actually, right, going on. When I mentioned that lipocaine or whatever it's called, the ritual is because the symbol on it is communicating to you, or the etymology in the name. So I gave one example back there, but any of these names, it's the name in Latin or in some occult language. Or again, reversed maybe to work on like Pepsi. Pepsi is a classic example. So there's that. And so you're now part of the ritual because they've told you through that symbol. That's not some corporate symbolism, the double cross of Lorraine or the Nike or Adidas symbols. They're all pertaining to something sacred. And that means, and if you pick it up, you're part of the ritual. That's your signature. Go, yep, you can chop my neck anytime you're ready. Just give me a lot of sweet stuff before. Like any last requests? Yeah, give me a cigarette. No problem. And it amounts to the same thing. You want a chick? You want some TV? You want to stand on your head? The condemned cell? You can order any slap-up dinner you want, booze. Hey, we're going to be good to you before you die. Basically, that's what the human race has been treated. And so then in this group are Malthusians who have wanted to wipe us out long ago. I've been mentioning this from the beginning of my work. But they've been suspended by another group who goes, no, we need them. There's groups that wanted it to be cloned, but there was limitations in that. You see, if they want to send us out of this planet, they're going to need real human beings to operate the machines. So they've stopped the plan to wipe us all out long ago because we're needed. We're simply needed, but we're not all needed, right? And it's getting worse. So they go, okay, well, what we're going to, you can't just line them up and kill them. So you continue the ritual. You continue the ritual of making them diseased. But diseased also involves depression, weight gain. I don't like living. I'm suicidal. I'm depressed. You see, so the ritual goes on to make you, little old you, sitting there going, it's all meaningless. I have no meaning in life. I'm just a worker, right? So the despair goes into what is called the earth grid. It's a big dodecahedron that exists around the earth, and they got the keys to it. They know how it works. It's a natural thing. It's purely organic. But where they put our cities and where they placed things within the city is to conduct life force.
Yes.
So believe you me, when you were citing those movies and all, they are written by people who are desperately trying to tell you something, but it mostly falls on dead ears. And I've been trying to say it, and mostly it falls on dead ears. You are never part of the ritual until you in some way walk over the door, sign on the dotted line, as it were, go to it's why it's a white ritual. You're born in white and you die in black. And it's the same forces that are doing it to you. They know all about it, right? And this has astrological, but what it all boils down to is really our lack of knowledge about the ritual elements. Once you become aware that this is to do with initiations, mass ritual, and so on, you're on to it, and as painful as that is for a lot of people to see, that's why people, when they were critiquing my work, want to point out all of these small nothings and make a big noise about it rather than the content. Yeah, because the content is shaking you to your fucking core, you beta bastards. Right? So you'd rather spelled mistake. Sure, he spells his own name wrong. Look at that. and all of this jive, because that's deflective. That's what you do when you're in a state of panic over the truth coming in. Jordan always used to say, if I shine a light on you in the morning, what's the first thing you do? Roll over. And you might even reach out and smash the light, go, get that out of my eyes. Right. So that's what we've been putting up with for years and years and years. You're right. Why continue? It's not a pleasant thing to do. But if you have the real spirit of humanity at stake, you know that you're serving truth, not mankind. There's a big difference in serving truth and serving people. It's truth against the world. And hopefully as a byproduct of that, you'll take down these motherfuckers, so that their ritual can't go on, and people are a little bit more savvy. And then, maybe they go towards homeopathy, or there's plenty of other options, like we we're talking here about the law earlier.